Hello and welcome to Deaf and Dumb.
You didn't say your name.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
This is the second PAX South
Day 2.
2019 Saturday special. It's the Saturday
Saturday
special,
morning.
Dudley.
No, it's Sunday morning. It'll be out
Yeah,
Sunday
but
morning.
it's about Saturday. So it's the Saturday special.
The Sunday morning special about Saturday.
The Saturday special. You want the Saturday special? I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know either. You're tired.
I'm still tired. I'm kind of sick still.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has been, but it's been a fun day. It's been full of good games. We still have the audience. Mm-hmm. Hello, audience.
Hi.
Yeah, there they are.
Two of three.
Of three. One's
asleep.
One's sleeping. I started off today really well.
Uh-huh.
We got to the floor. We were let in.
Well, we spent 45 minutes in line.
Yeah.
Talking to a guy about random stuff.
About D&D.
Mostly D&D.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's always fun when you get in these weird little situations where you're just standing around and you're just like, oh, there's a dude. Let's just talk to that guy.
Let's just talk to that guy who happens to be facing us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we spent 45 minutes talking about D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Apparently he was a fairly recent initiate of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, apparently. And now he's working on a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and doing his own...
Do streams.
Yeah, doing his own thing. So he's gone whole hog again, as I like to say.
What was his first name?
Raymond?
No.
Yeah. Ramon.
No.
It was Raymond or Ramon?
It's neither one of those.
It's one of those.
I think it was like Robin.
No.
We heard the
Roman.
word.
It was Roman. See? That's the same thing as Ramon.
No, we're not even close.
Same thing, right?
No.
Same thing. Ramon, Raymond, no difference.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we wish him well. I hope his
I hope his stuff. He lives not that far from us, actually.
Yeah.
Only a state over.
Mm-hmm.
Just across the state line.
It's
not a whole state, just a piece of one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after we talked with him for a while about D&D.
Yeah, we were waiting for the floor to open.
We have a long history of playing D&D.
But yeah, that was fun. And then we immediately went in.
And yeah, there's a game called Tunic.
Mm-hmm.
Which I saw last year at PAX.
Mm-hmm. PAX
for the
South 2018.
Yes. For the first time I saw it, I saw it. I'm like, this game looks amazing. I watched some other people play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pretty. It's really cute. And I thought, this game must be coming out soon. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
And just on the aesthetic of it and what it looked like. And so I went. It's on Steam. It has a page, and I added it to my wish list so that it would let me know as soon as it was available.
Mm-hmm.
It said coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
A year later,
and you bought it.
Nope, it's not out yet. It's still not out yet. And so they're still demoing it at PAX South this year. And so we were just got on the expo floor and we walked through, and there was a seat to sit and play.
Well, let's say
the
the name of the game.
Tunic. I said it earlier.
Did you say it?
I said it earlier.
I never heard you say
Tunic. I said it earlier.
That's called selective hearing, Dudley.
Yeah, it's Tunic.
I zoned out while you were talking.
I said it earlier. Yeah, and basically, I didn't realize how Dark Soulsy it was.
Yeah, it's very Dark Souls.
That's a descriptive term now.
It's a Dark Souls-like.
Yeah, and...
It's like a roguelike, but Dark Souls.
Yeah, I thought it was... When I first saw it, I thought it was like, a Zelda... An isometric Zelda game where you play as a cute fox.
Yeah, it has some elements of Zelda in it.
Yeah, just aesthetically.
Yeah.
But really, it's a Dark Souls game because you're going around fighting things, and there are save points that reverts everything.
Yeah, kind of like the fire shrines.
Yeah, like the fire shrines in Dark Souls, and also there are potions that you can use, and you gain more of them as you play. So I was like, I got a pretty good. It's a cute Dark Souls. That's what it
looks
is.
good, and I watched you play through it, and I'm like, this looks great.
I really want it. It needs to come out right now.
Yeah. I'm like,
I think the words I used was, I need this to be happy, Dudley.
You did. And I thought that was absurd.
No,
especially when your girlfriend's sitting right over there.
Excuse me?
It's fine.
It's Foxy Loxy in a game. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there you go. She understands. She gets me.
It's foxes.
Um,
It's adorable.
It looks great. It's coming out on PC and Xbox One.
Yes.
I feel like it should come out with more things.
Maybe.
I
It
think
probably
would be
will.
A great game on the Switch. So
It would be very good on the Switch.
I think so.
I
don't know if it's.
I'm sure it's in
on
its
the-
future.
May.
I mean,
wouldn't be
look
surprised.
at it. I don't see how it couldn't be.
Everything's going to Switch now.
Yeah, it's making the Switch.
Yeah, to the Switch.
Yeah. No, it's just making the Switch.
Yeah,
You don't have to say any more than
made
that.
to the Switch.
It says everything.
made on the Switch.
No,
made
making
for
the
the
Switch.
Switch.
Making the Switch.
Made for the Switch.
You're overthinking it.
Okay.
We talked about yesterday. We heard about this new version of Clank coming out from the Acquisitions Incorporated legacy version of Clank. So we were like, well, we haven't played Clank, so we should play it. So we went and found it, and then you, me, and the lady friends played it, and it's really good.
It's
a lot of fun.
Game.
It took us a little while to get our heads around it,
Yeah, and it's basically
with any new game.
it's Dominion.
Yeah, because it's a deck building game. Yeah,
basically.
yeah, it's a deck builder where the cards directly relate to a board where you're crawling through a dungeon to get treasure. You're trying to get in, get your junk, get some treasure, get out.
Yeah.
Without getting killed by the dragon. That's slowly getting angry by our
Yeah,
presence.
you're trying not to, and you're trying to get the most victory points in doing so, and
Yeah.
you get that by getting artifacts and random items.
Yeah,
and
it's really fun.
cards stuff.
And I thought I was doing fairly poorly because
And you did.
I barely got in there. I was just like, I got down, because there was a layer, there's like, you're in the top part of the dungeon, and then
Well, there's the
depth.
fortress.
It calls it the depth.
And then there's the depth.
Yeah, and if you're below the depths and you get knocked out, and you just lose.
Yeah.
Or if you're above the depths and you haven't got an artifact, then you lose. But if you get out with or if you have an artifact and you're above the depths, you get to keep all your points. Or if you get out, you get extra points for getting out. And so I really went down through the tower and like kind of slowly got down, grabbed an artifact, went into the depths 2 spaces, got the artifact, and then just got out. And I still managed to come out in 3rd place, which is not bad.
Out of 4.
Out of 4.
Second to last.
4.
Yeah. Third place
Sky,
out of 4.
Sky was 4th.
It's below half, Daniel.
She was the worst. She was the noisiest.
I was not the worst.
In that game, you technically were.
The audience needs to be quiet.
Excuse me?
This is the audience participation portion of the show.
Yes.
She tries to defend herself,
that
but she
was at the
doesn't have a
start of
microphone.
That was at the start of the show when we said there's an audience, and they went,
Oh.
and then we're done.
No, because somebody has to counter against you.
You understand you don't have a microphone.
Yes. No one can hear you.
They can hear you, but not very well.
Anyway.
We have the power here.
Anyway. Jess won.
Yes, she
My
did.
girlfriend
I was
won.
very proud
She
of
just
her.
ran away with it.
She did. She
picked it
she
up
was
really
like
well and really
10
quick.
points ahead of all of us.
She was 18 points ahead of me. By the end of the game, she had 18 points more than me.
Yeah.
And I was in 2nd place.
Yeah.
So.
And you were only like a couple of points ahead of me.
Yeah, I had 80.
You had 80.
She
I had
had
77.
98.
And even, Sky, how much do you have? 70? 75? So it wasn't like
Not a big spread.
Yeah, not a huge spread. She was well ahead of us, but the 3 of us were all neck and neck.
Yeah. Well, and she got 9 points on the exit.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll grab these real quick.
Yeah.
And bam.
She was just booking. She was just eating it. She destroyed us. That's it. We are not worthy to be in
have
the
her
same room.
Be in the same room while she's sleeping.
Yeah. We are great. We are blessed to have her here.
Yes. But it's a good game.
It is a really good game.
It's
I
got
really
a lot
want
of-
to play it again. I think we should buy it. I think we should. It is purchasable.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But,
There's apparently a sci-fi
there's
space version,
a Clank in space, and it's
Yeah.
like sci-fi robots, and
which appeals to me.
yeah, the board looks cool.
Yeah.
So we have to get that version.
I don't know. It's a
I
tough
like
call. But I also am excited about trying out the Legacy Acquisition.
Which doesn't come out till
version.
fall.
Yeah, it comes out next fall.
Yeah, so
Allegedly.
we'll have the time, but once we get it, we'll be able to, maybe get all 4 of us, and we'll just play 10 to 12 sessions, I think is what.
Yeah, we'll just play it to our heart's content.
And it'll be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. We then went on.
We played Mystery of the Abbey.
Mystery
Or at the
Abbey.
At the Abbey.
I believe
at
it was
the
Abbey.
Abbey. Oh God, I hate being sick. It's just killing me.
That's why you can't talk.
I can barely talk. I'm sure the audience can, our listeners can tell that I barely have a voice.
Mystery at the Abbey.
Mystery at the Abbey.
We ran into a friend of ours we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
John
Martin.
Yeah, who we've known him a long time.
Yeah, we've known him a long time, but I have not seen him in like 2 years.
Yeah, well,
but I think he lives here in San Antonio. So he came for today, and
so we got to see him.
Yeah, we hung out with him and a friend of his, and they picked this game.
Yeah, and it's basically a really it's like Clue times 9.
Yeah,
it's how I would describe it.
Yeah,
they're like.
9 seems like an arbitrary number.
It was. You take
it's
Clue,
more like Clue times 3.
Make it much more complicated.
How many players can you have in Clue? Is it 6 or is it
5, 6 or 7? I don't remember.
So it's like Clue times 4.
But the thing is, you don't have just the same number of characters. You have a whole list of people.
Yeah,
to be...
it plays up to 6, and then there's 24 potential suspects. There's a murder. Someone killed Brother Elmo, we were calling him. But that's
Adelmo.
not Adelmo was his name, but we like... And Adelmo was his name.
I was literally thinking the same thing. I don't know how I feel about this game.
I was digging it. I was really liking it.
I was too.
I like Clue a lot, but you gotta get used to Clue. This had a lot of layers because someone was murdered, and you take you have 24 suspects. You put one of them under the board. That's the one who did the murder, and the cards get divvied up, and some are on the board that can be drawn, and we're all trying to figure out and then deduce who's the murderer.
Yeah.
And all the different monks have ranks. Yeah, they have a bunch of traits. So, so they have
the monks.
Yeah, they have a rank. They have
a title.
A title, it's a title in the rank. It's and
I
then
can't remember the names.
They have the order they belong to, and then they have traits like they wear a hood, they have a beard or not, they're clean shaven or have a beard, or they're fat or thin.
Yeah.
And apparently you can boil all monks down to these traits.
Apparently, and so there's a grid of paper and that you go through, and you're like, okay, I have this card.
And it has like a little drawing of each one.
Yeah, so it's like, I have to hit this person, so he's not the murderer.
Yeah.
You X them out, and you're swapping cards with people, and you're stealing cards, and there's all kinds of little mechanics on the board for getting cards.
It's great. We all start in a chapel on this board. It's very Clue-like.
For masked.
Yeah, and we move out from the chapel. Much like Clue, where you're moving from room to room, and the rooms allow you to do special things. You can go search each other's room for clues, and you're gathering information. But with 6 players, it's 3 rounds, but normally it's 4. You have mass, and everyone has to run back to the chapel for mass.
You don't run back; it just
it pulls you back to the chapel for mass. So we keep resetting back there, which is a cool mechanic.
Well, and even masked, because all of it has, most of it, the mechanics involved, you get cards from someone else, and so you get to see what their cards are, and you mark it, and then and then mask has different things where you shift cards.
Yeah, you pass cards to your left.
And so you're constantly getting different ones.
Yeah, well, the game fell apart. We had one mask, and then we got around to the second mask.
Well, we had the event.
Yeah, and the event from the first mask that John Martin drew, and
so you're blaming John now.
Yeah, I'm blaming John. The problem was we just drew the worst event. Yeah, Sky's laughing because
it's Catholicism. You're supposed to blame someone.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, there we go. It's Catholicism. Apparently, we're that's what you do. You blame someone.
Okay.
So we drew like the worst event to start the game off, especially for our first game. And it was basically an event that said at the end of this turn, you roll a dice, and if you get
The black
the one side of a 6-sided dice, you lose.
Yeah,
That's
you reveal
basically
the guy gets away and you reveal it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and normally, if we had been making revelations on who we thought or traits of the who we thought were the killer, we would have got some points that way.
but no one had done.
Nobody
that.
had done it, so no one
round.
generated any points. So the game ended so quickly that we just lost.
Yeah.
And so we're like, well, that was kind of lame.
It
And
was,
there's this. It's a stack of event cards. Like, the odds were in our favor that we would have got something else, but we got that one card, and it kind of just killed the game for us.
I have two problems with the game.
Right.
That is one of them.
Yeah.
Is that it's easy to end the game like that really
I
early
mean,
if you draw the right
Out
card.
of, like, I don't know how many, 20
But
event
even
cards.
then, still a pretty good.
We drew that one, and then it's the 1 in 6 of rolling that thing.
Yeah, so it's, still not that uncommon for it to happen in the first round. But the other problem I had is the mode of keeping track with the rounds was not very good.
It's awkward, but I think it weirdly purposely awkward. Like, because you have a card that labels the mass, and there's different masses, and so you start with each one's different, has a different. They have a name for them, and then the card themselves have a number 1 to 4, and you start on a space, and then you move a bell that you have from one space to the other until you get to the end of the card, and that's when it signals the mass. And whoever's the first player is in charge of that. But if they don't remember to do it, they have to play penance and get punished.
I did like that part.
I like it, but
you didn't follow the rules of the game, and you got to do penance.
Yeah,
so
you basically lost a turn, and you had to go sit in the chapel and pray, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
but it was really awkward and like a little confusing. Like, it took me reading it 3 times before I understood what we were doing with it.
Yeah.
And then, so I think there was a way to kind of maintain the penance part of it, but make it a little more streamlined, make it easier.
I mean, there was plenty of other ways to get penances in
I think
game.
if they just had a turn marker on the board, and then just like, okay, you get here, you flip the mass card, and that's go with that, not track it on the card. It was just awkward.
It was just too weird.
But otherwise, I want to give it a chance. I think it had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I think if we had saw it through, we would have got to the point where we were deducing things.
Well, I almost suggested that we not look at the card, but then it was flipped, and I was like, okay, I guess we just
I thought
move
about
on
just move on and
playing.
ignore the event, but I think we were all kind of. The game had gone awkward, and we were like we were forcing it, and I think we just needed to step away from it.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'd recommend that one.
I'd like to try it again. I think it has potential. If you like, logic games, and you want something that's more complex than Clue, but similar to Clue, I think with a cool theme, I think it's the game for you.
Yeah.
So. What are y'all talking about?
You said it was
having like a theological discussion in the background.
Oh, exactly.
You said it was similar to Clue, and I said, the Catholic Clue.
Yeah, it's the Catholic Clue. It's the Catholic Clue.
Okay.
It was my entire childhood.
Anyway, I can't hear anything she's saying because she's way over there.
Yeah. I bought a new Keyforge deck.
Oh yeah.
And the other one, I don't have it in front of me because Gary was carrying it for me, and I haven't got it back from him. But the first deck I got had a nonsense name.
Yeah.
Like, I read it, and I can't even say it. It's so bizarre. It's just words put together, and I'm like...
Yours are always nonsense.
The first
one,
one's not even...
always complete sentences.
Yeah, the first one is not even a word. It's just like a gobbledygook name. And then it's some words that just don't go together. But I bought another one, which looks like it has potential as a deck.
I always look at them and go, oh, yeah, this is a good one. And I play it, and I'm like,
this is terrible.
Maybe not. What's it called?
It's called Almington, the Number of Cyborgs.
It's Almington, the number?
I guess Almington is the number.
So that's a number.
Of cyborgs.
So
it's like, your prime numbers.
Yeah.
There are numbers of substance.
Uh-huh.
That is, Almington is, to cyborgs, a prime number.
I guess.
That's all I can think of. That's the only way I can make it make any kind of sense.
Uh-huh. And you think it's a good deck?
I don't know. It's got some cool cards in it. It's
I
got
was
bait
trying
and
to decide if I was
switch.
gonna buy another.
It's got some fun stuff in it. I think
Yeah.
it can be a mean deck,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, you said it. You look at it and think, oh, this could be really cool, and then you play it and you're like, it just doesn't work.
I thought Sir Buckshot was a winner.
Yeah, well, I
Sir
mean,
Buckshot
with a name
sucks.
like Sir Buckshot, you thought,
Yeah.
it has potential.
Yeah,
But it
terrible.
turns out the child who proposes to emperors is the winner.
Emperor.
That's what I said.
You said emperors.
Emperor.
Emperor. There you go. You said it
Emperor.
right the second time.
Emperor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and then mine are full sentences. A person, an action, another person.
Yeah.
A child who proposes to emperors.
Yeah.
Or the emperor. That's what I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Proposes to the emperor, and then
Uh-huh.
the other one is the pirate who grapples with shackles.
Yeah.
It's just
He's the
I just like saying that one.
That one is fun to say,
Um,
and I'm glad it's a decent deck because
Yes,
you can
I am
actually get some
too.
use out of it.
But yeah, Gary was intrigued by a game, and we went to the booth, and the guy showed it to us.
Yes,
It has some really nice art to it.
Yes, it does. We talked to the artist for
yeah,
it too.
the guy who did all the
His name
art
was
for it.
Josh.
That really?
Yeah.
Like we need more Joshes in our
Yeah,
life.
we do. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's the one that can do that kind of art. Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
The game is Master of Will, I believe, right?
Wills.
Wills. Okay.
Yeah.
Master of Wills. And we didn't get a chance to play it, but Gary
No,
and his wife did.
yeah, they were playing it. He seemed to really enjoy it.
And it got the stamp of his approval.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's like a weird.
it's a
You're-
cyberpunk.
It's a cyberpunk themed game where you're some kind of community and there are different factions and
yeah.
groups within this town or whatever, and you're trying to exert your influence over to push them back and forth like on a tug of war
Yeah.
board. It's like a tug of war of influence.
Yeah, and you're trying to
And-
get points on your alliance.
Yeah, and it looks really fun. It's a beautiful game.
It's really nice. It's got a big board
yeah.
and all these real big cards. And
I know Gary was thinking about getting it,
Yeah.
so hopefully he does and we can try it out.
Yeah, he played one game with his wife while we were playing Clank. He played it. Apparently they were doing something completely wrong, so they started over, played again, and the second time they did it right, and they said it's solid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it got the Gary approval. So
Yeah.
I would be surprised he'll buy it, and we'll
Yeah.
end up playing it
Yeah.
in the future.
And you can get it. They have a mobile version out. I think
yeah,
that
it just came out today.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
think.
beta though. I think I'm not
Oh,
sure
really?
if it's the full version or not.
I don't
But yeah,
know.
it's on iOS and Android. So if you want to check it out, Master
Master
of
of
Wills.
Yeah.
So,
And then the last big thing we did today, we watched the Acquisitions Incorporated
live D&D
live
game.
D&D game
Yeah.
with Jerry and Mike.
Yeah. I cannot think of his name. He's one of the rule developers for Wizard Coast. If not
Yeah.
Chris, normally
Chris
it's Chris
Perkins.
Perkins, but he hadn't been doing it for a few sessions. And he was the DM, and it had Amy Falcone and Morgan Webb, and what was the guy's name? He was a WWE
his
wrestler.
character was Bobby.
Yeah, his character was Bobby, but I don't know.
I
I didn't
don't-
know him, so I didn't really know his name.
Yeah,
He was funny. He was really good.
He was really good.
Everyone was excellent.
Yeah.
But I loved watching these, and I really the only reason I don't watch most of the other stuff is just I don't have time.
Yeah.
When they were producing Seat Team stuff, it's like 3 hours a week.
Oh yeah, this was
I just don't have time to.
2 hours and 40 something
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah,
So
and live on stage with
Yeah.
a big crowd, and they always come up with clever ways of crowd interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who watched it's familiar with the green flame thing,
Green
where
flame.
they always mention a green flame.
Yeah.
It was something they did with the first live D&D game, where they said, "Oh, when you say green flame, you're gonna shout green flame." Well, it just keeps going.
Yeah, they
so
do it
they've
every
done
time.
it every time. They find reason to mention a green flame, and everyone, the crowd shout. Well, it's developed.
It's obviously just a ploy to get people to buy merchandise.
Well, now it's turned into merchandise. Yeah.
It's a real smart
They've
thing.
been that was a slow burn on that one.
Yeah. A
but
slow green bear.
yeah. But
The green is the
they did something on a new level this time
Uh-huh.
that I thought was really cool, and it was kind of subtle, but I don't know if people really realized what was going on. there was crowd RPG happening.
Yes.
It was crowd role playing happening.
Yeah,
We were as the audience in the room for the game. We were role playing as a bloodthirsty audience in the game.
Yeah,
There's a part they're at the Circus of Blood is what it's
Yeah.
called, and there's like basically about the carnage is about to happen, and every once in a while, and I think we ran away with it. The audience went nuts with it. We started chanting for blood because the ringmaster's like, who wants blood? And it was like blood, 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 and it goes.
Yeah.
And then pretty much the whole game, anytime someone was close to dying or getting hurt,
or,
the audience started chanting for blood, which I think was alarming to some of the players. It was pretty great.
There was also like a moment where the audience is getting attacked or image, and there was some interaction with them.
Yeah.
And then the DM describes the audience stampeding away, and everyone just
they just start stomping.
Just started.
It was
stomping,
amazing.
Just wave.
Yeah,
of
there was a
stomping.
moment I didn't realize what was happening. I thought it was like an audio clip or something they were playing.
Yeah, no.
And then I realized, no, it was the audience just stamping their feet for the stampede. It was really great. And it's a lot of fun. Sky enjoyed it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got into it. She enjoyed it, and she's never played D&D, right?
No.
She's never played. Are you intrigued?
My sole experience with D&D was watching that 70s show.
Yeah,
That was it.
that's not accurate.
Any
Are
D&D
you,
portrayal.
are you interested in playing now?
I was interested in playing before. We just never set it up.
All right, there
It's
we
all
go.
on you.
There you go. Everything's
You were the
always.
one who's going to run this game.
It's
and then
always
you just
on me.
Fell
The
behind
weight of
or
the
whatever.
world is upon my shoulders.
Oh, God, he's become a Catholic.
Woe is me. Oh yeah, I am turning Catholic. Maybe that's why I like the Abbey game so much.
Yeah, I know. You're the Catholic.
Ah, yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think anyone who really knows me, that's far from the truth.
if you're going to have conversations for her, she'll have to come over.
Yeah, we'll have to bring her to a microphone.
It
was
was
a great
really
day.
fun. It was really funny. Had a nice cliffhanger or
Yeah. I really want to go back and catch up on a lot of the stuff I've missed. And it's just so much content. I'm overwhelmed with content.
yeah. There's no way I'm gonna watch all.
They make it into a podcast form too, so
Yeah.
I think thinking I'll just start listening to it.
And then never catch up.
But it's just so much
They
content.
do take breaks. So
They do. They
there's
do
times you
seasons
can-
for the C team.
Yeah.
And then the other main team, I think, is mostly just live games.
Yeah, I think they only do live
Yeah.
games, but
And they did do a season of on a web show as well.
well, yeah, because I assume where this one picked up is where the
Yeah.
last PAX picked
Yeah,
left
I
off.
think, I think the last one was PAX Unplugged was the last session.
Yeah.
And you can go to, if you're interested in any of this, you can go to acquinc.com. It's ACQINC. It
Apparently
might
this-
have a dash in it, I think.
Yeah, act-inc.com.
Yeah.
And
everything's there. Like their whole series, you can find like the C team stuff. You can also you just go to the website, click portfolio, I believe, and literally you can go through the timeline of from the oldest stuff to the newest.
Yeah.
And which is awesome. So it's all in one place. You can check it out.
And apparently the newest one will be called Blood and Cheese.
Blood and cheese, yes.
And you'll have to listen to find out why. We already covered the blood part.
Yeah. You gotta learn about the cheese.
You gotta learn about the cheese.
Yeah. But yeah, go there if you're at all interested in them and you want to watch some people play D&D. It starts with a podcast.
Yeah.
And you obviously listen to a podcast.
It starts
so
at 4th
why not
edition
listen?
and it goes into 5th later on.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
That's really all we did today.
Yeah, I think that was our Saturday special.
Yeah. I'm pretty sleepy now.
I am tired. It's been a good day.
It's been a good day.
Good day?
Good day.
Yeah? Yeah, the audience agrees.
Yeah. And, yeah. No one cares about the audience.
Yeah. I do.
Oh, screw you.
I do. I care about half the audience. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. Well, that about wraps up this special.
Yeah. We'll put
we're-
out a full episode.
Yeah, we'll have our back to our regular episode on Monday.
Which we'll talk about what we saw on Sunday.
Yeah, and then anything else we want to ramble about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Good.
yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
All right.
Please,
Good night.
please keep listening.
Mhm.
And good morning.
That sounded like a
Please,
plea.
please,
don't leave us.
please.
ever.
I know I sound terrible right
we
now.
Make no money on
I know
this show,
I'm
and
terrible.
if you
I sound
never
awful
listen,
right-
We'll never make money on this show.
We can't talk
Uh,
over each other, Dudley. It
I'm
doesn't
just
work.
Doing what I'm putting the nuance to your.
No, I'm just sick,
please.
and I don't want people to be put off by my voice.
Well, you shouldn't do a podcast.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.